Hey guys, so I just wanted to put up a quick video just to review the new Bowflex Max Max Total. It's their new elliptical that they came out with. I don't know when it came out with. I'm assuming it's the newest one. It is currently Friday, April the 9th, 2021. And yeah, this is an honest review, not sponsored. Bought this on our own. Yeah, just my honest review, just in case you're looking into investing in one. I wish I had a more current video to refer to when we purchased ours, so hopefully this helps. Okay, so the Bowflex comes in 2 boxes. It takes about 3 weeks to deliver from date of order. It took ours 3 weeks anyways. I'm not too sure. Some of them, I think some people were complaining that it's on back order recently just because the whole COVID pandemic and everybody wanting to work at home. But when we ordered ours, it was November 2020, so it was the end of November. And it took about 3 weeks to get in, and it came in 2 boxes delivered to our doorstep. If I remember correctly, it was around $4,500 with tax and delivery, but 1 minute, baby. Okay, I'm back. So as I was saying, it takes about 3 weeks. There's 2 boxes, $4,500. That's with tax and delivery. We're in Alberta. We paid, I believe it was around $60 extra for the, it's like an iPad mount where that you could put like an iPad or a tablet or whatnot. It's just an extra screen holder. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Yeah, but that was everything included. It was around $4,500. We set it up in December. So we got in November, set it up in December. We followed the YouTube video that is posted for the Max Trainer, like unboxing and setup video. It only took, I think it took less than an hour. It wasn't very hard to put together. It went pretty smoothly. All the parts were there. No issues there. It was fine. So like I said, we set it up in December. Used it for about 2 or 3 weeks until we started seeing some issues. But I will mention the pros about the Bowflex to begin with. So when you're deciding, a major factor for us was it needed to be small and compact. It's like it needed to fit into pretty much essentially our laundry room right now, which is where I'm staying. I'm staying in a laundry room. So it needed to fit in here. In the beginning, I wanted a Stairmaster, which I still do, but our ceiling is not high enough to accommodate a Stairmaster, so that's the reason that we chose the elliptical to go with. That was the next best option at the time, so that's why we chose this instead of the Stairmaster. Also, it's probably about half the price of the Stairmaster. It is 4 feet long by 2.5 feet wide. So it gives you kind of an idea. I believe that's smaller than a bike, if not the same dimensions as like a pedal bike. Like a Peloton, or I think Bowflex has their own bike as well. It's great. It is a great alternative to a Stairmaster if you don't have the room for a Stairmaster and that is your cardio machine of choice. It's a heavier duty model. I know they have like the M3s that are older, the M6s. But I believe that this is the heavier duty one that comes with the 2 wheels instead of 1. Just little perks like that. They made it a bit different. The customer service is super easy to get a hold of. You actually talk to a person, which is nice. Like you're not on hold forever or talking to a machine or pressing a bunch of buttons. So the customer service is nice. You can get a hold of them fairly quickly without having to be on hold. They do also offer a payment plan option. I believe it's 12 years interest free, if I'm not mistaken. It might be different in your region or where you're from, but I believe you can get one here that's 12 months interest free. And on the actual Bowflex machine, I'll show you guys in a sec, you can create multiple profiles. So if you have, you and your husband or girlfriend or wife or kids that want to work out as well, everyone can get their own set up their own profile, so you can just log in with your email and password. Tip, since it's not a big deal, I would suggest making your password like not super long. So even if your password is like 123, it's just literally to switch from one profile to the other. No one else is really going to log into it. Okay, so Those are some pros. Obviously, if you've been on elliptical, it's great. It's smooth. It's elliptical. It does what an elliptical is supposed to do. Some cons. It is expensive. I believe it's one of the more expensive pieces of machinery that Bowflex carries, if not the expensive. I'm pretty sure their home gyms aren't even this much, but I could be wrong. But I believe it's one of the more expensive ones. The Bluetooth connection. So if you've been doing your research, you know that like the Peloton and like some other pieces of machinery, it comes with like the touch screen, and then there's like classes that you can follow along. So you like press, you know, I want to do like outdoor trail or running or whatever, and you can follow along with the instructor that comes up on the screen. So a downfall to this one is it doesn't have a headphone jack, but it also doesn't have the ability to connect Bluetooth to your headphones. So if you're like me and you want to work out in the morning or at nighttime, and you have kids that are sleeping, or you know, just if you like wearing headphones and you can hear better and you don't want to have like the volume cranked on the screen, it's just convenient to have headphones in. So this one doesn't offer that. And it also doesn't have a headphone jack, and I know most headphones that people use now are Bluetooth anyway, but it would be nice to have that option. But you don't have either or. So like I said, we have the Bowflex in the laundry room, which is where the furnace is. So when the furnace kicks on, you can't really hear anything. Even when you have the volume really loud, it's hard to hear with the furnace on. And plus, I work out when the kids are sleeping, and I don't want to be cranking the volume in here because they could probably hear it. Another con is that the wheels are squeaky. I'll show you in a second what I mean. But we did grease them, so they're fine now, but you just have to keep greasing it. The major downfall that we've noticed so far is that the parts, if you do need replacement parts, it takes forever. So during December, we had an issue with the console disconnecting. It would just, like, you'd be working out and it would stop and it'd say disconnected. So you'd have to get off the machine, unplug it, plug it back in, log in, you know, kind of restart. Which, if you know what I mean, it's kind of annoying when you're working out and you gotta hop off, and it just ruins the whole vibe. It throws you off and you gotta start all over again. So it kept on disconnecting. We called in December. They sent us an email to do like step-by-step instructions on like how to take the console apart and like the screen and like make sure the wires are connected, which we did. It still didn't fix the problem. We still had issues. We ordered parts on January 22nd. We ordered a new wheel because these ones are squeaky. And then we ordered a new, it's like the cable, it's one of the cables inside the console. It's not like the power cord or anything, but it just connects like the console to the machine or something like that. They said that would fix the issue. So we ordered that January 22nd. It's now April 9th. And I called them and they said that there's still no ETA. They don't know. They have no idea. So it's still disconnects. We have to unplug it and plug it back in constantly. And then sometimes when you do unplug it and plug it back in, it still doesn't work. It'll still say disconnected. There's no connection. And then you just won't be able to work out at all. So that's been since January 22nd. It's now April 9th, and we still haven't received it. We don't know when we're going to get it, which is a giant piss off because it is a brand new machine that cost a lot of money, and sometimes you can't even use it. So that's the dog. 1 second. Okay, so I don't know where I left off, but yeah, we're talking about the cons and just the issue that we've been having with our machine. Not saying that this happens often or that it's going to happen to you. Just if you do end up getting a lemon, be prepared to be waiting for parts for 1 month, 4 months, 6 months, 9 months, could be a year and a half. I don't really know. They don't really know. And then if you decide that you don't want to wait and you want to return the unit, you can return it back to Bowflex. The only stipulation is you have to pay for the shipping, and it has to be within 6 weeks. So let's say you get it in January and you don't have issues with it until February or March. You call, obviously they're going to do everything over the phone to help you, but if you decide that you don't want it anymore, you only have 6 weeks to return it. Plus you have to pay for the shipping back to Bowflex, which I don't know how much that would be, just depending on when you are, but I'm assuming that it's not cheap. So your return window, like I said, 6 weeks. And also the Journey app. So the app that you follow along with on your phone, it's called the Journey app. They made me download that to see if the connection issue had something to do with that. But the Journey app won't even connect to my Bowflex. I don't know if that's a problem that people have been having, but I haven't been able to connect my Bowflex to the app on my phone at all, and they couldn't help me with that either. Wow, I'm really selling this thing, aren't I? Okay, so if you want an elliptical, it works great. If you don't have a lot of space, it works great. That's pretty much it that I can think of. If I were to do it again, would I have got this? No, but I feel like that's just because I've been having a terrible experience with Bowflex. Would I have gotten the Peloton bike, for example, instead? Maybe, or I think like Echelon. Is that Bowflex? I don't know. But there's a bunch of different bikes out there that come with a screen if that's what you're looking for, like classes and stuff to follow along with. That also don't take up a lot of space. That might have been a better option. Not saying that you wouldn't have issues with those, but maybe they would have more parts in stock, or maybe, you know, they could give you an actual ETA and say, hey, if we order parts and it's not here in 2 months, we'll help you out in some other way. I don't know. But I just feel like for paying $4,500, this shouldn't be an issue, especially for something so minuscule as like a cable. It shouldn't be an issue. But like I said, maybe with COVID, everything's back ordered. Who knows? So if you guys want, I can update you on when and if we ever do get that part in. Yeah, I hope that this video helped you guys out a little bit in your decision and whether or not you want to purchase one of these. Yeah, unbiased, unpaid for, unsponsored review. I will show you guys the machine itself, and if there's any other questions below, or any other questions you want to know, just write them below and I'll get back to you. I just wish there was some sort of video, I don't know, like this when I was looking at buying one. I just feel like all the videos that I searched for were super old, or they were on like the older styles, and this is like the newest one. Okay, but let me show you guys the Bowflex and the setup that we have. Okay, so this is the Bowflex. It's in our laundry room. Don't mind the mess, I apologize. So we have it plugged in there. This is what I meant by the grease on the wheels, because it is loud. When you're on the actual machine and going, there's like a fan in there that helps with the resistance, and it is loud. So these are where you put your feet, obviously. The double wheels there, which I think that's one of the features that the M3s and the M6s don't have. Like this one's the heavier duty one. It's got the cup holder there and the nozzle here for resistance, which is nice instead of like pressing a button. These are your like heart rate sensors. Obviously the handlebars there. That's the setup, the screen. So I'm gonna show you guys. This is under my profile here now, and I was going pretty steady, but as you see, like these empty ones here, that's from when it froze and then it never worked again. So right now my husband and I had our own profiles, but now we just kind of keep it on one, because I find that the more you change it from like different profiles, the more it tends to freeze. So we stopped doing that. We'll just kind of keep it on one. If it freezes, we shut it off. We wait a few hours or a day, and then we start it up, and whoever's profile it's on, we just kind of keep it on that one. So this is essentially just a plug-in tablet that's in the screen. As you can see, it does take a minute. It's not like, if you want to compare it to an iPad, it's much slower. So it's just a regular tablet, like it's all touchscreen, but it is a bit slower. Those are your options there. And then, like I said, like I'm pretty sure you can do the follow along there. You follow on. I think there's a pay, like you get it for I think 2 months, and then you have to start paying for it. It might be 2 or 3 months, but I think you have to pay for it after that. You can also get like Netflix and stuff like that on here, But if you want to do that, like I said, there's no headphone jack and it won't connect like Bluetooth connect to your headphones. So if you're in a quiet room and there's no outside noise and you don't need to be quiet for any reason, then sure, you can use the speakers that are here. But if you are doing it like while your kids are sleeping, or you know, in an apartment building or whatever, and you can't have like that loud volume, then probably not the best idea. I don't know why they wouldn't Bluetooth connect to your headphone or have a headphone jack at least. I don't know, it just makes it makes more sense when you offer something like Netflix to have something like that. But maybe that's something they could fix. This is the arm, like the tablet arm. So you could put your iPhone there, you can put a tablet there. We sometimes put our iPad there just because if you do want to watch Netflix on your iPad that connects to your headphones, then you can do that. So I believe that was an extra $60 or $80. Yeah, if you do put a water bottle here though, don't make the mistake I did by having like an open lid one, because when you're sweating, it'll probably drip in there because it's right above. Like normally, I feel like cardio machines have it underneath, but it is right above, like it's right below where you sweat normally. So just be careful. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me and I'll try and help you out and help you make a decision. Thanks guys, bye.